Gonna party.
Okay, we're live, I think. Here we
Yeah.
go. Let me see. I'm live on. Now, I'm not live on the YouTube screen. Is there a delay?
Yeah,
There'll be a delay. So, hello everyone. We're just faffing about.
Or what?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Hello, everybody. Uh-oh. I think we're live. Okay.
We are live.
Yeah, we're live. It says so in the little corner.
Oh, no, stupid ads. Okay. What's up, everybody? I am doing my first commentary. We're going to be doing a commentary for Red Dragon. And this isn't my first commentary, but it's my first commentary on this channel. So, anyway, we might have some kinks here and there, but we're going to work through this. Anyway, though, Bryan Lomax, I want to thank him for letting me do this on my channel. We've been doing it on my channel, his channel, Bearded Movie Guy, and Will I Like It Reviews. So, anyway, this is my week. I drew Red Dragon. So, to get us started, before I hit play, I'm going to have these guys give you their experience with this movie. And we'll start on your left with CP from Will I Like It Reviews. Go ahead, CP.
Hi. I'm a little sick today, guys. Just excuse the 50% CP. So Red Dragon is a movie that I actually prefer over the original, the Manhunter, believe it or not. So I purposely didn't watch it again beforehand. So I've only actually seen it once in the theater, and then once again, like after buying it on DVD. And I actually had to rent it on Amazon today. So I'm kind of fired up. I don't really remember much, but I know I'm right. I know I still like it more than Manhunter. That's all I can say. Bye.
Okay. Bryan, let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I like when this was first announced that they were redoing this. It kind of felt like one of those pointless exercises to me, because I am a fan of Manhunter, and I was a fan of Manhunter before they brought out Red Dragon. So yeah, I was curious, but a bit dubiously so about it. And when I first saw it, I really liked the first 3/4 of it, and then the ending, which is like completely different. I really wasn't sold on, because it completely changes the dynamics of everything, really, of the character motivations, the psychology behind each of the characters, and the themes that Manhunter kind of deals with. And we'll go into that as we get into the film. But yeah, since watching it again recently, I've kind of come to terms with that, and I'm aware that this apparently is more close to the book. So, I guess if you're a fan of the book, you probably like this one more. But I appreciate this one a lot more now. I accept that actually there's just two different ways to tell this story, and neither one of them is wrong or right. It's just preference. So I enjoy them about equally at this point, to be honest. So yeah, didn't, like I say, bit underwhelmed by the ending at the cinema, but have since it's grown on me a lot more, I must say.
All right, Peter, Bearded Movie Guy, let's hear your thoughts, buddy.
So, unlike Bryan, there is one way to tell this story, which is better than the other, and that is Red Dragon. No, just kidding. My experience with Red Dragon is I didn't know what it was for years, I'll be honest. I didn't see it in the theater. We talked last week. I wasn't a huge fan of Hannibal, and so when I heard they were doing something Silence of the Lambs related, and I didn't know what it was, like I just knew that it was like, it was another Hannibal movie. I literally didn't care. And then it wasn't until like years later that I saw a trailer for it and was like, oh, Ed Norton. Now I'm a huge Ed Norton fan, so I was like, oh, that looks cool. And then it was like Red Dragon. I was like, oh. And so I watched it.
You say oh a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
As like, hold on. Shut up.
Sorry.
Shut up, CP.
Come on, we've had our say. Let Peter have his. Go on.
Anyways, no. I'm not going to be able to stop saying it. I literally had no clue it was a remake of Manhunter when I started watching it, because again the beginning is different, because it shows in the very beginning it shows Hannibal being caught, which Manhunter doesn't. Hannibal's already caught at that point. And so I thought it was a completely different movie, and it wasn't until he was going through, and I was like, wait a minute, this is Manhunter. And I'll be honest, I like it better than Manhunter. It's different cast, better. I'd say better cast. Although, like, I didn't hate Manhunter by any stretch, but it's just I've seen it once. It didn't blow me away or anything, but it was like, oh, that was entertaining. And I haven't seen it since. I was going to watch it this week, but I got really busy, so I haven't seen this since like for a couple of years. So I'm looking forward to seeing it again and just see what it's like. That's
cool. My experience with this movie, I don't think I saw Manhunter before I saw this. I think I discovered Manhunter after this. I would just say that I think this one's more accessible than Manhunter is. This one kind of rides the middle, I think, more, whereas Manhunter, it can be polarizing to some people. And they're very different films. The same story, but the way they're filmed, it feels like two different movies. So I think that's a good thing for Hannibal fans. At least you get two different, ways to look at it. But I'm kind of with Bryan. Some days I like Red Dragon more, and some days I like Manhunter more. But in the end, I think they're equal. So, but before we get going with this, I just want to make sure that you guys check out CP, Bryan, and Peter's channel. These are my YouTube partners in crime. That's what I consider them. I mean, we've done so many things together. We have a blast doing these commentaries, and they make it easy. So please check out their channel. And right now, if you are wanting to watch the movie, we actually have it set on the Universal logo.
No, the black after Universal logo.
The black after the Universal logo. Okay.
Roughly 22 seconds.
22 seconds.
Roughly.
I have my remote out now, and we're going to hit play. And hold on, just let me get set up here. It just went to the screensaver.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, now, okay. 3, 2, 1, play. And we're off. Let me turn this down.
Oh, there's another production company.
Yeah.
Dino De Laurentiis Company. DDLC, for those in the know.
He was riding that Hannibal train pretty hard, wasn't he?
He really was. It's like, to him, though, it was just, he wasn't really in it for the art. It was more for the money. He wanted to franchise.
A Brett Ratner film. I forgot that.
A Brett Ratner film.
Yeah,
that's
Brett Ratner directed this.
I forgot that.
Last Stand.
I'm going to turn it off.
I feel like he gets a bad rap. Come on.
Yeah, no, this is probably probably his best effort as a director.
This film
looks beautiful.
Other than X-Men Last Stand, which is atrocious, I don't know what else Brett Ratner has directed. So
Rush Hour.
The Rush Hour film.
Oh, he directed Rush Hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Money
so he
Talks.
sucks, basically, that's what you're saying. Okay. So
Oh, come on. The Rush Hour films are a guilty pleasure. Come on.
Yeah, I like the
Guilty
first one.
pleasure does not make you a good filmmaker, though.
Doesn't that look like Ian McKellen, the conductor?
A little bit. Yeah.
One thing I gotta say for Ratner, though, man, the cinematography is beautiful in this.
He's a better producer than he's a director.
Yeah. You got a close up on Hannibal here.
Playing off key and Hannibal like, you're hurting me.
This is all from the books, and this is in the TV series as well.
I like that they did. They had that different intro in this one. They showed a little bit more of how Hannibal ended up getting caught and all that stuff. They didn't really do that with Manhunter as much.
No, Manhunter was already in jail.
Yeah, he was already in jail. Whereas this one, they give you a little bit more Hannibal candy, I guess you could say.
It's rather unfortunate that we get this 17 years after Signs of the Lambs. So we have a slightly older.
Yeah, he doesn't look 17 years older there, though. I got to give him credit on that one.
If they'd have made this now, they could have used the same kind of technology they did with Michael Douglas in Ant-Man. And
Yeah.
Or Paul Walker.
I beg your pardon?
Paul Walker. They put his face on somebody else, his brother.
Mm. So, like, what do you guys think this adds to the overall kind of, I don't know, just the film as a whole, that obviously it wasn't there in Manhunter, so why have it, I guess is my question. What does this bring that we didn't have before?
I'll jump in, but I'll let you go first.
Go ahead.
No, it's your channel. Go.
My channel, Peter. Okay, what I would say is this kind of builds a little bit more of a good relationship between Hannibal and Will. Isn't that the main character? But Edward Norton's character's name is Will, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So I think this kind of shows you their backstory. So when they do, meet again when he's in jail, there's a little bit more there to play with. So I like this.
I like it when in a movie they say "moose boosh." Perfectly PG rated.
I have no clue what CP said, but okay.
A moose boosh. That's what they were talking about the food. She said, "What is this, a moose boosh you have for us?" And he said, "I'm sorry, afraid if I tell you, you won't even try it." Which means it's people. It's people.
Sorry, great.
A moose boosh. People.
Well, yeah, I think it does show. Like one of the things I was gonna say is like I like that it shows how seductive and charming he was, but it also shows how wicked he was, that he was feeding people to people.
Yeah.
It's like, and did it with like that smile that is like, I'm feeding you the freaking flute player. It's like, it's
like a power he has over them,
yeah. It's like, it's not just like I killed him, sure, but I also just cooked him up and fed him to the other people that were socialites at the freaking thing. So
this is really our first in of Norton, and I got to say, this is the reason why I jumped at the chance to see this, because I'm a huge Norton fan. So any movie that he does, usually, especially back then, I was all over it. And this was only a couple years after Fight Club.
Indeed.
So he was definitely at the top of his game at this time.
Fight Club, American History X. 28 Days Later. That movie's nothing without him.
You mean
days later?
What did I say? 28. What am I saying? Shit.
What is
it?
28 days? Is that what you're talking about?
No. It's the 25th hour.
The 25th hour.
The 25th hour. What an
I was like, it wasn't in a British zombie movie.
Hey, look at the moron here.
Talk about
hey,
two
guys.
totally different movies.
Welcome to Moron Moment.
I'm going to jail, but they're zombies. Don't worry about it. I'll be safe in prison.
I quit. You can't fire me.
I think it shows. I think this scene shows us a different Will Graham. Having this right at the start, for anyone who's seen Manhunter, I think with this scene we get a completely different Will Graham. Here we see that he's tired, but I don't feel like he's as obsessive, say, as William Peterson's Will Graham. And I feel that that's the case throughout this film. I feel like the primary thing that drives him throughout this film is his desire to save victims, to stop more people from being hurt. Whereas with Manhunter, I always felt that the drive was more predatory, that he quite simply wanted to kill. He literally wants to kill the bad guy, and he has the perfect excuse because he's got law on his side and he's hunting down a psychopath. Whereas I don't get that in this film, and that becomes even more evident towards the end.
We got a question in the chat, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's from Microwaved Pizza, and he wants to know why the title is called Red Dragon.
Because the serial killer thinks he's a red dragon.
Yeah, yeah. The serial killer in the movie
yeah.
he has a red dragon on his back. Am I right on that, guys?
Yeah, it does. But it's based on a painting by William Blake called The Red Dragon. And the serial killer in this, Francis Dalahide, he believes he's becoming the Red Dragon. So by killing these people, he's transforming into something greater than what he is.
I must say, I do enjoy the fact that nothing's washed out in white, blue, or green right now. I'm Michael Mann. I'm a filmmaker. Look at color.
I like Michael Mann.
I like him too.
His jail cell will definitely look different. That's what I like.
Yeah.
White bars on a white backdrop, the white bed.
With white bed and white PJs.
Yeah.
With a white guy.
Yeah, we get it. We get it, Michael.
Yeah. That was the most distracting part I thought of Manhunter, is the jail scenes, because everything is white.
Get over it. Get over it.
Get over it.
We refuse to get over it.
What do you think of Ralph Fiennes in Tom Noonan's role?
Go ahead.
It was Rafe Fiennes.
Rafe Fiennes. I always call him Ralph Fiennes.
I was just like, I swear. Well, no, it says Ralph Fiennes there, but I always thought his name was Rafe Fiennes. Like
it is Rafe Fiennes. It's a weird pronunciation. It's spelt Ralph.
I forgot Harvey Keitel is in this.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's the.
He's an amazing actor.
As in Weeds, Mary Louise Parker?
And Philip Seymour Hoffman.
What the hell's going on here?
Danny Elfman, is it?
A lot of big stars in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But talking about Rafe Fiennes.
Bill Duke. Who the heck's Bill Duke?
Philip Seymour Hoffman, yeah.
PSA.
A lot of big stars.
NFJ, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and Azura Sky. And Ken Long.
Can you believe Frankie Massler, CSA?
I'm actually serious.
The casting here? Oh, someone's getting spanked.
Apparently, Brett Ratner is really good at bringing in talent because he hosts these really over-the-top Hollywood parties, and he brings like all the A-listers to these parties in his Hollywood mansion, and as a result, they kind of cozy up to him, and he cozies up to them. So that's what makes him a good producer, I guess. Like going back to your comment before, is that he's able to bring the talent in, even if not always able to do the best with them. But I think he does a good job here.
In his defense, the only defense I'll say of X-Men 3 was like everyone hated the fact that Vinnie Jones was the Juggernaut. He didn't cast him.
No, didn't.
That was done by Bryan Singer before he got on the project.
That was done by Matthew Vaughn.
Matthew Vaughn, thank you.
Yeah.
You must say, if you're going to say Juggernaut when referencing that movie, you must say Juggernaut, comma.
Juggernaut.
Yes.
Only if you do it in a Cockney wide boy accent.
Juggernaut, bitch!
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
Oh, Seagull's crying.
But yeah, it wasn't his job. He didn't cast that person. He didn't cast Vinnie Jones.
And that's the entire reason the movie
as much crap as I give him about that movie, he didn't cast some of the people.
But
that's all he gets from me.
Vinnie Jones is the exclusive reason why
the
movie sucks.
Would have been a great movie. No,
on,
it was going to suck either way. It was going to suck either way, but I'm just saying.
To be honest,
Brett
Ratner on that film was picking up the pieces. If you want to hire someone at short notice who can bring a film in on time, then you hire the fall guy, Brett Ratner, because it's just like he didn't build that film from the ground up. It was already half built, and he had to come in and essentially stop a sinking ship. So I think he gets too much of a bad rap for it myself.
Brett
Can I just say,
the guy who can stick his finger in the hole.
What would you say? What was that?
I was saying Brett Ratner, the director that can stick a finger in a sinking ship's hull.
Well, speaking of putting things in holes, I don't know if any of you have seen Bad Lieutenant.
Yes,
no, I haven't.
But Harvey Keitel, man.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
And he's got
Yeah,
some great equipment.
We're not talking Michael Fassbender here. We're
No,
talking,
listen. Not Fassbenderian, but pretty well equipped, nevertheless. He could fill a few holes.
Yeah, he was good in Taxi Driver.
Yeah, didn't show his
Yeah, he
dominant
was so
one.
young in Taxi Driver.
Yeah, he was. But he's always had an old-looking face.
Yeah.
One
I
thing
think he
I
was born with that disease that, kids look like they're old, like for their whole life.
He's Benjamin Button, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Progerian or whatever.
One thing I'll say about the dialogue scenes in Red Dragon is that because of the, I wouldn't say lack of style, but it's not over stylized in the way that Manhunter is.
Yeah.
Because of that, I find that my brain is able to connect more with the dialogue scenes. So
because
I am actually.
huge hues of greens and blues and whites.
I'm not distracted by it.
Hey,
So,
nobody
look,
films the beach like Michael Mann.
Yes, you can listen
I'm
to the words.
not oblivious. I'm not oblivious to the problems of Manhunter. They just don't get to me like they seem to with you guys.
Well, no, you know what? I just watched Casino last night, and
Love Casino.
yeah, it's considered a lesser movie than Goodfellas, and I don't know. I feel like it's artistically better. He does these lighting tricks where, like, he does these hard, like, Rembrandt type lighting, and then has people like the scene where they catch the two guys cheating.
Yeah.
There's five lights set up, and like it doesn't seem that purposeful. But then there's these police officers that walk into those lights so that your attention is specifically on them. It doesn't change the color. It doesn't do anything crazy, but the hard light on the five guys is kind of like what brings your attention to them. And like you don't need to make the whole screen blue to say, oh, I'm sad. The whole screen white to say, oh, they're devoid of everything. Like I get the trick, but like
favorite scene in Casino. The guy gets the hammer. Oh,
yeah.
It is. Every time I watch it, it's like the first time.
Yeah. I saw you count your checks with the right hand. You do it with your left.
Yeah.
I'll never try.
I've always thought that Casino was on a par with Goodfellas, to be honest.
Sam, you mean?
Yeah, I've always thought Casino was on a par with Goodfellas. I would.
Oh yeah, me too.
I always kind of put it just like a little smidge below it.
I think Goodfellas hurts Casino because if Goodfellas
Indeed.
didn't come out, maybe Casino would be more popular.
Yeah,
Or Casino from a different director.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Like if Scorsese just said his name was like Mike Smith and released that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this Mike Smith movie is incredible.
If he went under a pseudonym.
Yeah.
It's as good as Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do we think of Red Dragon?
Oh yeah. Hey, they're talking and kissing.
I don't think there's against the hand scene in this.
What are you currently watching?
Getting into a taxi. Bye, Dad.
Yep.
And Mrs.
Brian's already at the end
Stupid
of the movie.
British. Yeah, for those who haven't seen us before, because I'm obviously using a British DVD, it ends up speeding ahead in front of these guys. So.
That means all his actors smell like chipmunks, though. So he's like.
That just means he's getting faster.
He's got Harvey Keitel going.
It's like quid pro quo, Clarice.
Carlos, you like the lambs?
I think one reason why both movies work is because it really is a good story. I love serial killer movies, and I think there's a little bit extra gravy, I guess you could say, for the Hannibal series because you're dealing with two killers in most of the movies, which is always interesting.
To somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. The last Hannibal movie that we did, though, I used to really like that one, but then that last time I watched it,
I thought it was a good movie until I watched it with you guys, and now I think it sucks.
you guys just
We saw
ruined
that
it.
film, a new one. We did.
Yeah.
At least this one doesn't have Potsy in it.
Yeah.
Oh man, Potsy the movie.
Talk about weighting down a movie.
Douchebag cop.
See, the screen was washed out in blue for a second. I was about to start apologizing.
Yeah, we got a blue screen.
It's all blue, but look, that flashlight makes the colors different. That's so weird.
It's like Dean Cundy lit this scene or
That was a
something.
nod That was a nod to Michael Mann making everything blue there. Look at that.
It's also a nod to Dean Cundy.
I got your nod.
Thank you.
Isn't he the director of photography on Back to the Future?
Yes, and
And
wasn't he director of photography on one of the Jaws movies? I know he worked with Spielberg.
Yeah, he might have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably was.
I just love 35 millimeter. Was this filmed in 35 millimeter? It looks like it was.
How the hell could you tell?
The blacks.
It's got green.
Yeah.
Black dots. Yeah.
Yeah. You can see it there. It's a different type of grain now. It's not Michael Mann collateral grain.
Yes. I don't want to veer off too much, but when we're talking about grain, have you seen the Predator Ultimate Hunter Edition?
Bleh.
It's the worst look at Blu-ray transfer I think I've ever seen.
I've not, no.
Oh, you're good for you then.
Bloody hell.
Just because we're talking about grain and Predator, the original release, get the 2008 release if you can get it, because everything's intact. And some might say it looks a little too grainy, but for a movie like Predator, I think the grainier the better. It's supposed to be ugly.
So we're back to Will Graham talking to himself on this cassette. Now, one of the things that I think Norton manages to handle better are these scenes. Admittedly, because he is a better actor, but he plays it down a lot more. So it's like he's literally just observing. Whereas, like I say, in Michael Mann's film, it was this obsession. It was like sometimes
he seemed a lot more affected.
Yeah, he was like he was talking to the serial killer, like, "Where are you, son of a bitch? What
he's
are you
like,
thinking?
Why'd you do this to the eyes? Why'd you want to see that?" And it's like, Edward Norton is looking at it much more clinically. It's like he's not happy about what he's seeing.
No.
He's not ending every sentence with "you son of a bitch."
Yeah. There is a much more clinical, like, he seems a lot less, I don't know, like, Will Graham's character in Manhunter seems a pretty messed up guy.
Yeah.
He's taking time away. And I think now you could say, like, it's the scripting and all that, but Edward Norton's character just seems like a guy that was like, listen, I got stabbed, I was trying my best, I got the guy, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not like I am having nightmares about this the same way that you were in Manhunter. In Manhunter, he was deeply affected by what happened to him.
I genuinely think it's a mix of both the script and the cast, but I think the script is considerably different in many ways, and I think they've cast that appropriately, whereas I think they cast appropriately for Manhunter, because they were going with a completely different character.
Yeah, they were. It's like, same name, and like they both have the same job, but like they're both, as the same character, they're going about it differently.
There's a fundamental question that is set up in both films, and it's set up by Hannibal Lecter in both films, which is essentially, why, Will Graham, do you think you were able to catch me? And Lecter is basically saying the answer is, it's because you are like me. You are a killer. You have the same kind of mind as I do.
Yeah.
The two films deal with that question in completely different ways. So in this film, we get a character who ultimately, by the film's end, says, actually, no, I'm nothing like you. He defends his family, but he doesn't outwardly seek this guy out to kill him. Whereas in in Manhunter, the difference there is he's, like I say, he's more predatory. He's out to kill this guy. That he is like Hannibal Lecter. He is a killer. That's, for me, the thesis that is set up in Manhunter, which differs to this.
Yeah, this seems more technical. Whereas Manhunter seems more emotional, at least from Will Graham's standpoint.
Yeah, this is like a procedural kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
B-level acting.
Yeah, Edward Norton is a freaking really great actor. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
the people that don't like, because I've heard people like, oh, Edward Norton, he's just, I don't understand them because I'm just.
I
Like,
don't
to
understand
me,
that either. I think
ever since I saw Fight Club, to me, Edward Norton is being freaking
American History X.
awesome.
Surgeon.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually saw him in Primal Fear before I saw him in Fight Club.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
he
was the
plays
movie
this guy
that
with
made
a
us
split
Norton.
personality. Yeah, he got an Oscar nomination for that.
Or even people
Yeah, he did, and he won a Golden Globe.
Actually, he doesn't play a guy with a split
He's been
personality.
solid for a very long time.
Oh,
People
yeah.
versus Larry Flint.
Just ruin the
too.
ending, Peter.
You know.
Spoiler.
Primal Fear's been up for a long time. If you haven't seen it by now, tough luck.
Hey, come on. CP, what were you saying?
People versus Larry Flint, he was really good in too.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
and stuff. The guy's been solid.
Yeah, there's the amount of movies you can point to that Edward Norton hasn't done a great job in are very slim. It's like,
I think there are great actors, and then there's Norton and De Niro and Daniel Day-Lewis. They're on another level. They're able to they're able to, I guess, project something that normal actors don't project.
Yeah, but
Norton's
what happens when you put De Niro, Brando, and Norton in a movie together?
You get the score.
You get the score, which is awful.
Man, there's no excuse for that.
Edward Norton was good in that.
I liked the score. I'm going to say
I was so disappointed in that movie.
I'll admit that it's a guilty pleasure only because so many people dislike it, but I don't.
It should have been better. It should have been better. I'll give you that, given the talent. But I still enjoyed it. I thought Norton was the best. I thought
Norton was the key to that movie that was any good. As
Brando was wasted.
Yeah. Well, part of the problem with that movie for me was also the commercials for it, because if you ever get to see the original trailer for it, they talk about there's this thing they need to get it, and it's going to take all 4 people, and it shows Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
And it's like Angela Bassett doesn't even have a freaking part in the thing. Like, she's barely in the movie, and what they were talking about in the trailer doesn't exist. So I'm just like, I was thinking one movie was going to be there, and it was a different one. So I don't know, but I was greatly disappointed in it. But I was not disappointed in Edward Norton in it, because he's just great.
We were just talking about Predator, and there's Bill Duke.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is. I forgot he was in this.
That guy, man, he's I love that guy.
Yeah, he doesn't
age. Forgot he was in it.
Out there, past them trees. Over here. I love Bill Duke. Commando, the Green Berets going to kick your ass.
Just constantly shaving.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to Shane Black's Predator film.
Yeah, me too. I just did a Lethal Weapon review.
I saw that.
Shane Black.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do all 4. I'm going to do them at some point.
You are.
I am.
I want them to make a Shadow Company movie.
If only we would have done like Lethal Weapon instead of the Hammer. We could have been on Lethal Weapon 3 right now.
Harvey Keitel, what an actor.
He is a really,
there's
really great actor. Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, best actor ever.
Yeah,
I still disagree with that one, but I think he's incredible.
I miss Philip Seymour Hoffman so much.
Big time.
What an actor.
Indeed.
The first movie I saw him in was Twister, and I didn't think he was anything special at all.
He was a doofball.
I thought he was annoying almost, and then who would have thought that he would be, like he was in Boogie Nights?
You like my car?
Yeah.
If you don't like it, I
want to show you my car.
Yeah.
Can I kiss you?
I thought he was a really good actor for a long time, and like I didn't put him on like a huge high level, and then I saw Capote.
Yeah. Oh.
And was just like, okay, apparently I need to reevaluate myself in Philip Seymour Hoffman, because he is freaking phenomenal. He is such
he was the best villain I thought out of all the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And he has such small screen time.
It's not a great movie, but he's the best.
But that intro is one of the best intros.
Still my favorite Mission Impossible film.
I agree.
Yeah, me too.
I agree.
So underrated.
Where's the rabbit's foot?
I'm having a hard time.
Another 5-film series we could be doing right now.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
I'm having a hard time looking at Harvey Keitel occasionally, just because I'm seeing Mr. Wolf. I don't know. Like, when he starts talking fast and drinking coffee, he just looks like Mr. Wolf to me. You just got to add the mustache.
In the chat, they're like, "Are you guys really watching Red Dragon?"
Yes,
Red Dragon. What's that?
Yeah, they're in a diner. Harvey Keitel's like, "Do you realize how big my schlong is?" And Edward Norton's like, "Do you know how great an actor I am?" And Seymour Hoffman's outside like, "Man."
Let me know if you get to Chilton.
me.
Luke from Razor Wire Reviews says Philip Seymour Hoffman takes a great bump in Along Came Polly. I forgot about that one.
That's a movie where he
Haven't
shot
seen
it,
that.
right?
Never seen that one.
If you want to see the
Douchebag
best,
doctor. Wait a minute. Oh yeah.
yeah, Dr. Chilton.
I was going to say he's dead, but no, he's not because it's a prequel. Again,
That's
has any of us ever seen this guy in anything where he's not a douchebag?
Oh, always a douchebag.
In this film as well, because they need to hide his age and his neck's gone all scraggly. They have him wearing all these like really high, tight collars.
Yeah, look at that.
He's discount Nick Nolte. Am I right? Tell me.
Kinda, yeah.
Discount Nick Nolte.
Going back to Philip Seymour Hoffman, just briefly, if you want to see the best special feature on a DVD ever, watch Punch Drunk Love.
Yes.
This the Mattress Man commercial.
I thought I was the only one that ever saw that.
That is my favourite special feature of any DVD ever. I don't know if it was an outtake or a stunt gone wrong or whether it's CGI or what.
Crazy.
But yeah, he jumps off this roof of this building onto a pile of mattresses, but they end up being too bouncy, so they just literally throw him off, and he falls like from a really big height, and just
was that Philip Seymour Hoffman?
That was Philip Seymour Hoffman, yeah.
Wow.
And he just gets back up and kind of walks off, and he looks so pathetic when he does it, but it's just hilarious. It cracks me up every time. Yeah.
No one's throwing anything at Edward Norton in this one.
Have you guys seen the beginning of Hot Rod?
I love that this is the actual the recreation. It's like the legit Silence of the Lambs setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that the glass
and it's not white.
wall with the holes.
Yeah.
Do they really use that in prison systems?
I don't. Maybe for him they might because
do they use what?
The glass
walls with holes.
No.
Yeah, Magneto.
It was invented for Silence of the Lambs. If you watch the special Magneto, if you watch the special features on Silence of the Lambs, they say that they had to purpose build that prison because it's all so that the camera can get the images that they need to get.
But it would make sense if you had someone like him, because if you have bars, he can reach through the bars.
Who, Magneto or Hannibal?
Hannibal.
There's a very big difference between Silence of the Lambs and Red Dragon, or the filmmakers. I mean, no dramatics here. No tight close-up.
No, it's just like I'm coming to see the guy that tried to kill me, and I killed him almost, and shot him a couple times. And again, he does not seem nearly as affected. Go ahead.
I do feel that one of the reasons is it's the sexual stuff. It's that because Clarice is a woman, there becomes more of a predatorial kind of like a more of a danger there, and we've seen Graham take down Lecter already. So I don't know. I guess that they're at more of an even playing field between them. I don't feel like Lecter can pull the wool over Graham's eyes in the way that maybe he feels he can with Clarice when he first meets her. Obviously, when they first meet, she's a woman living in a man's world.
Yeah.
In a man's job traditionally. So there is that kind of interplay there. Hannibal starts out on higher ground, whereas here they're equal already from the get-go. So I feel that that kind
Plus,
of
he approaches
tension
Will
isn't going to be there.
differently than he approaches Clarice because of
Well, they have a history.
Yeah.
Do you guys? I have a question. Do you guys think that if he had killed Will Graham in the beginning, that he would have eaten him?
No.
Yes, he says as much.
He's alive.
When he stabs him, he says, "I think I'm going to eat your heart."
I don't think he would have, though. I think he respects Will.
I'm not sure if he would have eaten him. I'm not saying I disagree with you, Brian. I'm saying I'm not sure. Because he had so much respect for him in particular. And
I don't think Hannibal will eat people that he respects.
I don't think he wanted to do that to him. Like, I don't think he wanted to stab him. It was, you've just figured out who I am, so I'm going to have to kill you because I don't have a choice here.
Maybe.
But I don't necessarily think he would have been like, okay, now I'm going to eat you. It's like because of that. Even if he said, like, I was going to eat her, I don't know if he would. I don't know.
I think it's one of those things that's open to interpretation, isn't it? It's like,
it is. So, but I just want to hear guys' opinions.
With me, I see it more as I think it would have been more animalistic. I don't think he would have shared it at a dinner table. It would have been something more ceremonial. It would have been a bit more ceremonial, something he kept to himself. But yeah.
Excuse me, guys. On the topic of the chat, can I bump in for a second?
Go ahead.
Yes.
They're speaking quite heavily about what I'm looking at and how high my television is. It's not so high per se, but the angle that I'm currently sitting at.
Would you like to flip your camera around to show them?
Well, I can't because I'm connected. I'm charging a bunch of things. I'm like.
Okay.
I've got a spider connected to all these different cables, but this is the angle that my TV is at. So it may look like I'm looking up. I don't know, but.
In actual fact, CP's just protesting because he's been adamant for ages that we should all do the podcast like this, and he thinks that should be the proper view. And we keep telling him, no, CP, no, we've got to be like this. We have to be on screen. So he's sulking a bit, and now he's like, oh, I'm going to look up.
We were going to call it movie forehead foreplay, but Brian said no.
My TV is actually it's about 12 inches off the ceiling to be legitimate. I think I can show you.
All Hannibal needs is the mask, and he would be Michael Myers in this scene. Yes, he's got the blue jumpsuit.
He's got the blue.
Did he go to Discount Mart and pick up that jumpsuit or something?
Not too impressed with his William Shatner mask.
Yeah. I'm not too impressed with these close-ups.
I do like the quid pro quo though between him and whoever he's talking to. You know, to me that's the best thing about these movies. I could watch that for 2 hours.
Mm. Yeah, I know what you mean, CP, about the close-ups. Like when you look at the way Jonathan Demme directs the close-ups, they're really head-on. Like everything is in like. What's the word when it's the same on both sides?
180.
Equal?
Yeah, like equal.
Symmetrical.
Symmetrical.
Yeah.
So it's almost kind of symmetrical.
Yeah, he gets Demme gets up in the nostrils with the camera.
Yeah. But with Demme, it's all about perspective. So
yeah,
he shoots angles from the perspective that characters are looking, and it draws you into their mindsets.
I think Ratner went with a more commercial approach to the lighting in this scene, because you can still, even though it's the same set, you can definitely see the difference in the cinematography between this one and Silence of the Lambs.
A bluish tint too.
Also,
it looks dirtier in Silence of the Lambs.
Everything looks brighter outside than it did in Silence of the Lambs. Like everything,
Silence of the Lambs is just dirty.
Was dirty. Like she came out and it was dark and gray, and it's like he's coming out and it's bright.
Guys, how much heroin do you think PSH is taking during this movie?
A lot.
No clue.
Sorry.
I choose not to think about it. I had a really funny idea that just hit me while we were watching that scene with him and Hannibal. And I'm just like, what if they'd cast what's his name?
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
get it
Hey,
out.
videotapes.
Brian
Videotapes. Look at that.
Cox.
No. Oh, frick. What
Pool
is his
party.
name?
All right, so he's dumping out
Oh,
a bunch of little tapes that would be worthless in today's day and age.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Billy,
Susie.
Susie, Sean. Wait, that doesn't look like a Sean. Charles, Valerie.
Huh?
What is this? Duchess?
Oh,
Duchess.
okay.
Wine.
What if they'd cast Christopher Walken in the role of Hannibal Lecter? Just picture that as the next time he's talking to him, and I guarantee you'll start laughing.
I wish I could do a Christopher Walken
So
impersonation.
I do a terrible one. It's
The secret
know,
is
yeah.
the pauses. You gotta have the pauses when you speak.
My name's not Will. Oh, Lee, how do your
Hannibal.
subscribers not know who I am?
Yeah, Willie. Who's this Will guy?
This
It's
answer
like
keeps saying Will.
CP. His name's CP. I'm not bearded guy, but you can call me that, and I'll be fine.
Patrick, you can't tell him CP. He thinks my name is Will.
Bearded like it reviews.
I just found out at my work there's like 2 other guys named Peter, so I was like, maybe you should just call me bearded and be easier. Because they called me like 3 times, and I was like, yeah, and they're like, no, the other guy, and I'm like, oh, sorry.
Wait, I don't remember this video. What's the home video? What's the relevance to anything?
This is how
That's the family.
That's how he's
Yeah.
picking them.
Right.
He does the tapes, doesn't he? He
He
processes
develops
all
them.
the tapes. That's how he finds
Guys,
out
we
his.
haven't even gotten to Ray Fiennes yet.
You would just be
Indeed.
he would just pick families off of their YouTube stuff nowadays. He wouldn't have.
FYI, when I was watching Manhunter the first time, I was asleep already. Just for whoever's keeping score.
Shocking.
Beautiful steelbook, though. Beautiful steelbook.
I want that steelbook, man. I want that steelbook.
Yeah, Brian wants to still
There you
work.
have it.
I love movies that are set in the woods.
Like The Witch and
I mean, a moose boosh and the woods. Like, what else do you need in this movie?
I Spit on Your Grave.
Oh, you want to talk about a good remake, Lee? That you need to talk about that in your.
I saw the remake, yeah. It is a good remake.
Quite respectful, yet not really too green.
Oh, CP, I have
what's happening
notes,
in the chat, Brian, that you're laughing
so
at.
you know.
Microwave pizza says Brian is an egg. I'm assuming that's because I'm bald.
We like to refer to
Brian is an egg.
Brown, okay?
Wait, what did you show us? What is that?
That is my notes for the next Horror Needs a Hero.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back to Red Dragon.
Aren't you Will from PC?
I am Will. Will I am.
Well, I am.
Nobody reads Will I like it reviews. Will I like it? Will I like it? Will I like it? Not my name is Will. Hi, I'm Will. I like it.
Will likes it reviews. Hi, I'm Will, and this is my likes reviews.
It does. Just read 2 words further.
How long do you think it took him to put that brand in that tree?
27 minutes,
Yeah.
depending.
Like, who's that guy out there doing, what's he doing to our tree? He's been there for 3 hours now.
They go, what are you doing? And he's like, tree repair. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he's just a tree repairman, Mom. He's fine.
Just putting a satanic cult symbol on your tree. Don't mind me.
He's just getting ready to kill us.
This house looks so familiar.
This is like we go straight into Norman Bates territory now because this is something we never got in Manhunt.
I was going to say, we didn't get any of this in Manhunter, did we?
No.
We
See, like, we get a little bit in Manhunter where they read a case file or something on Dollarhide and they found out that maybe he had a bit of abuse in his past. That's about it. Whereas this, it spells it out to you, and it's like he is kind of like Norman Bates, and there's times during this film where he's literally talking to this voice in his head that's telling him to do things.
Okay, just to confirm, his grandmother's wanted to cut off his penis, right? Is this what we're...
Hey!
Threatened to cut off his penis.
Spoiler!
That's rude, Peter.
Just saying, I'm like, am I on the right thing here? It's like...
Boy, I promise.
Yeah, she
Are we
threatened
watching
to cut off his
Unbreakable now?
penis.
Even better masked than Manhunter, too.
Wonder how much he's benching there.
250.
Okay, guys. Favorite
like-
Ray Fiennes movie? Go.
I was going to say, he's
In
sitting there,
Bruges.
all he's thinking about is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
In Bruges.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Rouge!
I got watching Bruges because I didn't like it that much the first time, and everyone's
comedy.
Ray Fiennes will forever play the creepy guy part, and he plays it to perfection.
I like him. I believe it or not, I like him in the new James Bond movies.
Schindler's List as well.
Schindler's Fist. Yes, I agree.
Leave it to CP people, and that's the high quality entertainment you're going to be getting on CP's channel. If you
The feel-good movie of the summer. Schindler's List.
Schindler's Fist.
Schindler's Fist.
This time it's personal.
Somebody says they want us to do Hush for
It's got to come
commentary.
out first.
What's Hush?
Netflix.
Oh, is it that one that the I don't know. What was it?
It's that movie with that guy.
They have to be really quiet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's that guy with that thing in the thing with the guy
In the plate.
Yeah.
in that place. It came out that year, you know, by that guy, that director.
Schindler's Fist is the porn remake, to answer the question.
I wasn't going to go there.
Did you know that?
It's become hot topic in the
Did
chat.
you know that, or did you
Listen,
like, or was that like, were you being funny and then it's
newly
been
single.
done?
Newly single.
Just, I've got to say, how distasteful would that film be if they did a porn
my God,
version of
it's so many
Schindler's
levels.
List? I mean, it's like, good grief. It'd be
So do
distasteful
you
enough.
think Will's afraid of Hannibal?
No.
I think he's afraid of what he sees of himself in Hannibal.
When you mean afraid of Hannibal, do you think, like, are you meaning physically? Or are you meaning...
Yeah, because in this scene, when Hannibal walks up to him, they show Will like a lump in his throat, like he looks nervous. But now when he's walking with him, he doesn't.
He doesn't
So I
look
don't know.
nervous at all. I think
He doesn't. Yeah.
I think physically, if it came down to it, like it was between the two, he'd kick Hannibal's ass. Is like
Yeah.
it like
Well, he's got all this training and everything.
especially since his hands are tied behind his back. Like he's got his mouth and his legs as his weapons.
Yeah.
But
I think the reason he had a lump in his throat is because he knows he's going to have to initiate conversation with Hannibal Lecter, and he knows that whenever he does that, Hannibal's going to get under his skin and bring things out that he doesn't want bringing out.
I think he has a healthy respect
Mm.
for Hannibal. Like, so it's like he's not so much afraid of him as he just is aware that this is a guy who's kind of crazy that could hurt me, and you know, it's like you respect that or you're gonna get hurt. So
Yeah.
It's so strange being in one of these without 6 dislikes already.
We not even got one.
I know.
We got 14 likes, guys.
hold on, let me get in there. I'll dislike it for us.
GF WILI, what the hell?
You want me to tell you why? Because my subscribers are the most mature, awesome subscribers ever. I'm serious. I'm not kissing butt.
And there's not 7
I've had
versions of
like
Theo.
reviews of mine, and even if my subscribers like disagree with each other, they're just so tasteful about it. I love my subscribers.
They should know who I am, though. What the hell?
No, they don't. I told them to ignore your channel.
That makes sense. Fair play.
Hey, Art's watching.
Hey.
Art's here.
Hey,
What's
Art.
up, Art?
Hello.
All right.
I haven't talked to Art in a while.
What does Art feel about Red Dragon?
Where's the hair?
Get Cineclash back. Hurry up, man.
Yeah, where's
Yeah,
the?
where's the class chart?
He's like, where's the
Cineclash
hair?
back.
Art hasn't seen me with short hair.
Now, do you guys know any of the backstory behind Anthony Hopkins in this movie? Like, was he resistant to it, or is this something he jumped at the chance to do?
No, he
No,
played
he-
Hannibal
he-
a couple times before.
You'll pay me how much? Okay.
They put the
He
biggest
really, he
check.
really wanted to do it. No, he really wanted to do it. He was really on board with Hannibal. The reason Hannibal stalled so often is because Jodie Foster wasn't.
Because the douchebag cop was the main thing in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe he wanted to like redeem himself in this one because the last one was pretty bad.
There's Barney. Yay.
Barney's back. There we go.
Barney's there.
For my subscribers, Barney has been in every single Hannibal movie, including Manhunter.
Manhunter. Yeah.
He played a different character though, didn't he, in Manhunter?
No,
Yeah,
no,
Manhunter.
it's the same.
Really? I
Same
thought he was different in
characters.
Manhunter.
Yeah,
Same guy, huh?
no, same character. Barney. Yeah.
Who did it? Who was the one?
I did it. I hit it just like the second you said it.
Did
And
you
then as soon as I hit it, another one popped up.
Yes, we got a dislike.
T
I'll take it away.
Oh,
I'll take it away. Can I take it away? Yeah, I'll take it away. So there's someone else did it now.
You took it away, thanks.
I'm
gonna give myself a dislike. Hold on, here we go.
I did it the second you're like, hey, no one's disliked. I'm like, dislike. And then the second later, it's a second one popped up.
hey!
Hey, we got 2 dislikes. Hold on.
Speaking
I'll
of
take away
28
mine
days
now.
later, that girl was in 28 days later. She's the girl who commits suicide.
28 days later or
The one that-
25th hour?
28 days later, the roommate was I don't know why I have all this plentiful information for me.
The question is, has CP always thought that 28 Days Later was a different movie?
There's
And we just
there's far too many 20-something movies. 25th hour, 28 days later, 28 weeks later. 28 days is what I'm
I was like,
thinking
that's
of.
three.
And I'm
That's
thinking of
three.
28 days, not even 28 days later. Jesus Christ, god damn it.
see. I think Anthony Hopkins might have been on like autopilot though in this movie, where he was bringing his full-on A game in Silence.
Yeah. Well,
A
it's
little bit.
this is a
I think that's down to the
character
direction though as
he knows how to
well.
play.
Yeah, the direction too.
I was just going to say, if you have the camera 3 inches from your face, you're just like, all right, well, I
Right,
can't
like-
hide much.
I can see the direction for this film being like, okay, be Hannibal, and he was like, okay, I'll be Hannibal. You know, it's like he knows how to be Hannibal at this point. So
Yeah.
it's like
I
he's done
think
it
Jonathan
twice.
Demme having a clear vision as to what he wants, whereas Brett Ratner, I don't know if he would have as strong of a hold on his actors like Demme would.
Yeah.
No,
I just like it's a thing where literally I think to play Hannibal the first time, he probably had to go to kind of a dark place
Yeah,
It's about
And-
vision. I
to
think,
get there.
like,
And then once he's
Jonathan Demme would have had a vision for it. Like
Yeah.
Jonathan Demme's vision is clear in that film. I
Yeah.
think with this one, Brett Ratner's like, okay, how can I remake Manhunter? I've got a
Yeah.
better cast. I can let them do the work for me. All I've got to do is point and shoot.
yeah,
And
kind
that,
of like
you
the
know, that's
Departed.
and can I bring
works
up
for the most part.
Buffalo Bill real quick? I
Would ya?
think
Yeah,
why not? I think Buffalo Bill is more accessible to the audience. You know, he's just straight up creepy as hell, scary as hell. Whereas Ray
brilliant.
Fiennes' character, Dollarhide, he's just a little bit too out there. You know what I mean? Like you don't. I mean, he's scary, but he doesn't have that. You know, he doesn't grab you immediately like Buffalo Bill does. What are your thoughts?
He's just a killer more, right? Like he's not.
Yeah.
It's like whereas in like Buffalo Bill was cutting up pieces of people.
Yeah, he was cutting off skin. He was capable of anything, really. I mean,
was your one
because he was
sympathy.
so disgusting.
You used it wisely, I hope.
Anybody who watched the screen.
Yeah. When you guys think of Jaws 4, sorry,
Who is the actress here? I can't see her. Is it?
Emily,
that is what is her name?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Emily Watson.
yeah, Emily.
Emily
Watson.
Watson. That's it. Yeah.
I just found out she was in. She was the voice in Her.
And then she was
and
fired.
then, like, as they were editing the movie, they went, you know what? No, not working. So they had to recast Scarlett Johansson. But like,
Yeah.
she recorded the whole movie, and literally,
Really?
they like in editing, they went, yeah, it's not what we wanted.
Freak, that candy was abysmal.
She got Eric Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz.
Hey, what is this guy's name?
Douchebag.
He, what's his face
Hey,
from
it's
the
the guy
90s?
from Pulp Fiction. Say what
The
again?
guy from
How dare
Hellboy.
you?
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
that's where I'm like, where
No,
I know
no,
this guy.
He's the big Kahuna Burger guy.
Yeah,
Big
because
Kahuna.
I was trying to figure out. I'm like, I know him from somewhere. I know him from somewhere else too, but I can't remember where.
Swimming with sharks as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
he was
it.
great
Sharks.
Swimming with Sharks.
He was.
That
yeah,
is an
terrific.
underrated movie that my subscribers should definitely check out. Swimming with Sharks. Kevin
Kevin
Spacey.
Spacey, man. Kevin Spacey's great in that.
Wow.
That kid's great in it. It's a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. That kid hasn't said what since Pulp Fiction.
I bet people walk up to him all the time and just go, "Say what again?"
Say what again?
And he's
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, really?
Oh.
Really? We're gonna do this again?"
I think they try to get sympathy for Ray Fiennes' character in this, but I think they do a better job of it in Manhunter.
Ah.
I'll say this: Manhunter, the guy looked a lot stranger than Ray Fiennes looks.
I thought Tom Noonan was much better. I really like Ray Fiennes as an actor.
Yeah, he's a good
but
actor.
I really thought Tom Noonan was better in the role.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's
Last
the
Action
directing.
Hero.
This one plays the middle. It really plays the middle.
Yeah.
Whereas you had that great 80s soundtrack in Manhunter, and it just fit. Everything fit better, I thought.
Lee.
She's a good
Strong
actor.
as I am.
Yeah, again, Ray Fiennes, like, just looking at him and looking at the other guy, he's not nearly as weird looking as...
Yeah, the other guy. Plus, the other guy's like 8.5 feet tall, right?
Yeah, he's, like, really tall and gangly, and
Yeah.
he's got, like, a really balding, weird head. And it's just, like,
Yeah.
just looking at the two of them, it's like, Ray Fiennes looks like a normal guy for the most part, and so he's just not
Yeah.
nearly as creepy.
It's dark in my house.
And he's just not like, oh, Abracadabra! You know, it's just like...
Patrick
I'm
Holmes
always-
says this version of the Tooth Fairy, we were made to sympathise for him, and I feel that's the problem for me with this version, is that I do feel like we're being manipulated more into sympathising with him, whereas with Manhunter it came naturally out of the performance. Like there's a particular scene later on where these two go to bed together, and in Manhunter there's that moment where they're in bed together and Tom Noonan's Dollarhide, he's crying, and you get this sense that actually he's come to a turning point where he could essentially settle down with this woman and stop killing.
Give up the killing.
Yeah, give up the killing. And I don't really feel that we get that so much in this one. Not to the same level, not to the same degree. I think I feel like we're being manipulated towards that point, but we never really get to that point.
Here's a question for the chat room. Best movies with blind characters. Now, what do you guys think?
Daredevil, definitely.
I knew you were going to say that.
Blind Fury starring Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer. Yes, I'm with you on that.
I was thinking that. They got a new movie coming out with the
Scent of a Woman.
Sense of a Woman, yeah.
With a blind character. It looks really good.
Oh, what are you talking about? The horror movie?
Yeah. Don't Breathe.
What is it? Don't Breathe. That looks it looks good.
That looks very, because the director also did the Evil Dead remake, which I'm a huge fan of.
What is he doing with her fingers? Is he?
She wants to touch his mouth. She can,
like,
she can hear from the way he's speaking that he's got a bit of a defect on his lip, but she wants to touch it, and he's like, no, just
yeah, don't touch my lip. I'm smiling, okay? Just deal with it.
Yeah.
I like Tom Noonan in Last Action Hero.
I like him in RoboCop 2.
I like him in the X-Files.
We all like him in something other than Manhunter. Look at that.
I like him in Manhunter.
I like
think
him
he's
in
great.
Manhunter for what he is.
Man, Brett Ratner does really nothing special with all of his movies. There's like
With the
nothing
camera. It's like, then cut to this guy, and 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 then...
slow sort of plotty tracking shot, slow. Sort
Yeah,
of
he doesn't
plotty
really have
tracking
like
shot.
a director's stamp.
Yeah.
He just gets the job done, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah,
director.
he does.
Look, the
He's
guy's
a-
talking. You know
He's
that
a-
because I have him on the screen.
Yeah.
Medium shot.
I'm
Medium
not going,
shot.
you never see a mouth going in close in the guy's mouth. It's purely, it's just, it's like, and here he is, and here he is, and here he is. And
Let's
here
pull back because now there's two people on the screen.
Yeah, he's doing shot, reverse shot.
Oh
shot,
yeah. Shot reverse, shot
It's-
reverse.
It's, yeah, he does the basics.
Yep.
He's got them down.
CP, do you think he ghost directed Split Second with the way that he's blocking the shots?
Probably. You would have had a bigger budget for that, no? Instead of using the same set over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Another Rutger Hauer classic.
Ooh, I walked in blind to that one. Whew.
Although I would definitely say that Harvey Keitel is a better actor than Dennis Farina. I think Dennis Farina is more memorable than Harvey Keitel in this role. I don't know.
Dennis Farina wasn't really an actor, though. He was a cop turned actor,
Yeah,
so he was
but-
playing himself.
But
Yeah.
he just seemed more memorable than Harvey Keitel is a much better actor. Like if you're
But
comparing,
Martell fades into these, like, even in Thelma and Louise, he was a detective. It wasn't really anything, especially noteworthy about him. At least
Edgar Wright did not direct this.
Correct.
Silence of the Lambs, directed by Edgar Wright.
That would be
I watch
incredible.
that.
Can you imagine if Edgar Wright directed a Hannibal movie?
Oh,
I would totally be down for that.
all the whip
Yeah, me too.
hands
Imagine
and
if he
stuff. Are you
directed
kidding?
a Marvel movie. Oh wait a minute. Never mind.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
Cue the Price is Right.
I still want to see that Brett Ratner Ant-Man movie so
Yes,
bad.
The
you say
Edgar
Brett
Wright.
Ratner?
The
Yeah.
Brett Ratner Ant-Man movie?
Yeah,
Or the
that's
Edgar
what I'm
Wright
thinking.
one?
I didn't really care for it that much.
The first movie talk video I ever did on my channel was about that. It was about Edgar Wright getting knocked off Ant-Man.
Oh really? Cool.
Yeah.
He's never been the same since.
Yeah.
Bryan, not Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright's been fine.
Hey, we
I
got
don't know
green
if this-
light in the cinematography. It just went blue.
Oh,
Ba, 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 ba.
I thought you were going to be like...
It's like Ted Demme said, "Here, Brett Ratner, I'm going to give you my set. I'm going to give you everything. Don't screw it up." And then, yeah.
Brett Ratner said,
And he's
"No."
like, Brett Ratner's like, I didn't. I just didn't.
There he is.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
It's Ken Lung.
I love it when people give me all this stuff and I don't have to do much to it.
And Jonathan Demme
What are
said,
you
"Stop
guys
calling
up
me.
to?"
I'm tired of helping you."
We're watching the infrared scene.
With Ken Lung, the guy who could hear dead people from Lost. Watch Lost. Watch Lost. Watch
Again,
Lost.
I watched the first season.
Watch Lost.
I was
Watch
good
more.
after that.
Watch more.
Boring.
I don't want to look. I don't care what's in the hatch. I lost interest.
Boring.
Oh,
Don't worry, Brian watched all of X-Files. Oh,
X-Files is awesome. Don't even get started on X-Files.
It's deathmatch. CP with Lost, Brian with X-Files.
Lost wouldn't exist without X-Files.
okay, so what's your point?
X-Files did it better 10 years beforehand.
CP launches an attack. CP launches a raspberry attack. God damn it.
Hannibal's mask doesn't look as interesting as the previous movies.
No.
You know,
How
it's
dumb
like-
is this cop? How dumb is this cop who's cleaning out his cell? He leaves his rubber glove hanging out of his pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's going to grab the rubber glove, right?
No,
But
it's
he knows he's been cleaning out his cell.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
that's
he's
right.
been in my cell.
Another douchebag cop. There's just douchebag
Yep.
cops everywhere. Razor wire reviews. Trying to get CP and Bryan to agree on something in this stream would be like trying to knit fog.
Yes.
Knit one, pearl two. Knit one, pearl two. Wait a minute,
That's
nope,
awesome.
not working.
Knit fog. I think that's what's great about our commentaries is none of us agree on anything.
Usually it's me and Bryan that go at it, but I think this one is just going to CP and Bryan because of Manhunter being such a special movie to both of you.
CP argues with himself, though.
For different reasons.
I argue with my audience. Ken Long, you guys are missing stuff. Lost season 5, brilliant stuff.
Oh, I have to watch 5 seasons to get to them? Screw that.
Dude, time travel, awesome season. Awesome.
Boring.
I like the first
Have you
2
seen
seasons
it?
of Lost, and then after that, I just lose interest.
I got the first season, then I gave up.
Yeah.
I watched the first couple of episodes and I gave up. Another attack from CP.
I just hate those Hurley backstory episodes. I just, I can't
Oh,
take it.
really?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Evangeline Lilly was very pretty to look at, but, you know.
Oh,
Worst
Evangeline.
thing about Ant-Man.
Too many backstory episodes. I hate those.
That's all there were for a point. I mean, like, they
Yeah.
just made them.
Season 3 is like almost all backstory.
Dude, season 5 is so good.
And I figured out the twist like the second season in.
They're all dead.
Sort of.
Oh, there's spoilers in this commentary,
I
guys.
only know that because I heard it on Arrow. My friend refused to watch Arrow because he wanted to watch Lost. He never got into it, and then he found out on Arrow. He's like, apparently they're all dead on Lost, and he's like, I'm not watching this show anymore. It ruined Lost for me.
It's funny how Lost is. You're either really in love with it or really not.
Yeah.
It's just boring.
There's no like, yeah, I finished it. It was all right. God bless you.
Wow. CP said, God bless you. This is,
My house just caught on fire.
yeah. CP, if you're just joining us, CP just acknowledged a spiritual deity. This is a big thing, okay?
I neither claim to know nor know of any
But he
such.
said, if there is a God, he just blessed Bryan.
Well, your heart stops when you do that.
It's an old wives' tale.
Dude, I pick my feet up when I drive over train tracks. What does that mean? I'm stupid-stitious.
All right, they're closing in on the case. Here we go.
You gave the bastard your home address.
Man,
I haven't heard you son of a bitch yet, though.
Weeds. Speaking of a show that took a dump halfway through. Weeds is great.
You guys watch too much TV.
It's better over here.
This is from the guy who just
Yeah, it
did
is.
X-File reviews on his Movie Talk channel.
Weeds seasons 1 through 3 are incredible, and then it just goes, well, you know
Yeah,
what we're doing
I really
anymore.
dug the first few seasons of Weeds.
Yeah. When she was a small-time drug dealer, it was like really cool.
Yeah.
Then she was down
Whereas
in Mexico. It's just like,
Breaking
what?
Bad got better with every season.
Right. Weeds is the anti-Breaking Bad.
Did I miss something? Did they show how Lecter got the
Yeah.
Toilet paper.
address and I just didn't see
The
it?
toilet paper.
Yeah. They
No.
do.
The toilet paper. In Manhunter, he gets a phone
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
and messes with it and gets the operator to dial a number for him.
I think
Yeah.
they did the phone thing in this too. Am I
And
right on
that's-
that, Brian?
Did
They
it
did.
happen? Okay. I just
Yeah.
missed
They
it.
did. They did it.
Okay. Wow.
I didn't really think there was any chemistry between Edward Norton and Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Winstead.
That's not Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
I wish
I'm
it was
sorry.
Mary Elizabeth
Prettier
Winstead.
version, man.
I'm just going to call her three-name actress.
Yep.
What is her name?
Just be thankful it's
all
not
seen.
Sarah Louise Parker.
Yeah.
Jessica Louise Parker would be even worse.
Jessica Louise Parker. That's the one.
I get all those three-name actresses
Teresa
mixed
Louise
up.
Parker.
Why do you gotta have 3 names?
Uh,
What are you, a serial killer?
Good point, sir. Good point.
You notice that? Like most serial
Every
killers, they give them.
assassin, every assassin has a 3-bar
Yeah.
name, doesn't it? Lee
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Well, they do that so it's easier to figure out, and everybody else named Lee Oswald don't get lumped in. That's why they do that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I was good. Thank you for the history lesson, CP.
I'm not a weirdo. there's no
I don't know
weird
anything
reason
about
why I
serial
know
killers.
that.
Mother, my name is blank, blank, blank.
Man, his nose
I'm
must.
checking-
He must have gotten paid nose pay.
I know.
Just
That was painful.
look at her reactions as she's shooting that gun. She looks like she's, I don't know, getting off on it on some kind of weird level.
Who is that? Is that Mary Louise Parker?
It is.
Yes, yeah.
No, that's Mary
Jennifer,
Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah.
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Teresa Aniston.
And you know what? I'm a huge fan of Mary Elizabeth Winstead too. I can't believe I got that mixed up.
Oh, look at Philip Seymour Hoffman's on screen.
Again, I just watched 10 Cloverfield Lane. It was great.
Oh,
Yeah, she's one of my favorite actresses working today.
I agree.
And what's it called? Ramona. As
And I actually liked her in the Thing prequel.
she was good. I liked the Thing prequel. I thought it was decent for what it was.
I liked
doing.
it too, Peter. I
Final
thought it was
Destination.
okay.
3.
It's a fun film to watch right before the Thing.
Yeah. Or right after the Thing, because then you see all the like, why the axe is in the wall and all
The
that kind of
axe.
stuff.
I love how they did the axe scene. That was
Yeah.
great. They treated it
Actually,
like
I really-
a crime scene in the way that they put the story together.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Not as good as
A
the
lot of
Thing.
people don't like it, but I liked it.
But
Final Destination 3.
Yeah.
that's the only. I saw 2 of them.
I like the actor who played Philip Seymour Hoffman's character in Manhunter, but Philip Seymour Hoffman in this just owns it. It's just like it's just a
I thought you
different
were gonna
level.
say.
Oh yeah. He's
So
I thought you were gonna
No,
say
no.
I like the guy who played Philip Seymour Hoffman, and I was like, wasn't that Philip
No.
Seymour Hoffman?
No. I like the guy who was also in
The guy
Avatar.
from Avatar. The guy from
Yeah,
Avatar.
he's a good actor, but you watch
Yeah.
the subtleties in Hoffman's mannerisms in this, and later when he's being tortured and he breaks down, it's just you really feel for the guy, even though he's just a douchebag character.
It just makes me wish he didn't freaking die. That's all.
Yeah, no. Did you guys know that CP only has one light in his house?
I thought you were gonna say something else.
It's
And
always
he's
behind
using it
his
right
left.
now.
Follows him
Where
all
is
the
there?
time,
You're
yeah.
gonna say something else.
Yeah, he lives in a tomb.
I
Says
wanted,
Jack Grimson.
I wanted to get a remote for the light, but if I'm not going to be living here much longer, why the fuck would I do that?
Boy, that's another story.
Hey,
Yeah, if anybody's
Speaking
got
of
a
horror.
place for secrets,
Again, I thought you were gonna say testicle. Okay. I thought you were gonna say, "Hey, did I ever tell you CP only has one testicle?" I was like, and they're like light in his house. I'm like, oh, okay. Newspapers? Who looks at newspapers anymore?
What is a newspaper?
I'm gonna take this whole bundle.
The Tatler. Yeah, it makes me wonder if all those like Inquirer mags are they going to be around that much longer?
drinking game, take a shot every time they talk about a film/TV series that isn't Hannibal Lecter related.
Hey, it's better than my daughter's, man. I don't know.
Yes. We would all be completely shit-faced right now.
And then he said, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Red Dragon.
Can you help me? Can you help me? Get in the fire?
We should
Oh,
agree.
wait, that's a different serial killer. Never mind.
At least it's Hannibal related.
I think this is one of the better scenes in the movie.
Would you?
yeah. That's that's because it's the acting though, isn't it? It's
Again,
Yes.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. Ray
Philip
Fiennes.
Seymour Hoffman.
Ray Fiennes. or
Philip
whatever his name
Seymour
is.
Hoffman just gets to do his stuff here. This is his big moment, his big scene. It's just like he's just an amazing actor.
He is.
He's my favourite actor. It's just why did he die? Why did he have to die?
I know, I
Heroin.
miss him terribly.
Heroin.
Yeah, heroin's the answer, unfortunately. Yeah, but is heroin really the answer?
Oh, we got confirmation on that. Good.
Well, I think that makes it even better. Do you know how hard it is to like look at any heroin addict? They can't function. These people
No.
were acting brilliantly. Watch Robert Downey Jr. in some Thanksgiving movie. Damn it. Home for the
Kiss, kiss,
Holidays.
bang, bang.
He admitted to
Yeah.
being off his ass when they shot that entire movie. He's brilliant in that movie. I don't understand it.
But Hoffman hadn't been on it he hadn't touched it for about 20 years.
Is that
That's the
true?
reason.
I thought they.
No. He hadn't touched it for about 20 years. That's the reason it killed him, because he used the same kind of dose that he used to use way back when. But because his body obviously was no longer used to that kind of dose, he just. So it's like the first time he'd taken it in a couple of decades, and it just blew him out.
I forgot where I read it, but I thought I read somewhere that when he was filming Doubt, that he was talking to somebody, and he was basically saying, "I'm going to die of this," and that was late 2000s.
Maybe he meant doubt.
This movie's going to kill me.
Doubt's a good film.
Kill me.
Didn't his Capote movie come out before the other Capote movie?
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same year, but Hoffman's came out first.
No, don't let me see you, Ray Fiennes.
I think this scene is done so well, and I'm referring to the book too, because of how helpless, he is in this scene. Like, there's really nothing he can do. He's super glued to the chair.
Excuse me for yawning. I'm not bored with the film. I'm just tired.
I'll staple your eyelids to your head.
It's grim, isn't it?
Let's get to the superposed down now.
Here. Look at my girthy tattoo.
Oh, my dear God! Check out my buttocks. I've been working on this role.
Of course, the tail goes between the cheeks.
Yeah. Could you imagine being in a situation like that?
I feel bad for the guy that had to paint it on his back.
I was gonna say, I feel bad if it was really like a guy who had to tattoo it on his back.
There's somebody that had to do something over there, so.
It's all CGI. Tax really good.
Patrick Holmes asked, "Has anybody watched the Hannibal series?" I've seen the first 2 seasons.
Bryan has.
Saw the first season.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's pretty good.
As much as I like Mads Mikkelsen, no, I haven't.
I don't like Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal nearly as much as I like Anthony Hopkins, but that's a tall order.
Yeah, that's
That's really tall order, but I do really like Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal. I think he makes it a completely different character.
Yeah, he does do that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just the lighting in this movie. It does bother me. It doesn't. It's not lit like a horror movie.
No, it's not got any layers, has it?
It's lit like a. I caught that.
That was
It's
so
lit like
funny
a Jennifer
earlier.
Lopez movie.
You're like, Lethal Weapon Martin Rigg has layers.
Man,
Yeah.
And you're like, that was for you, Bryan Lomax.
It's got layers. It's got layers.
I haven't said the word kinda yet. I think I did actually say kinda a couple times, didn't I, guys?
I don't know.
Kinda.
CP's not counting anything for me, so I'm amazed at that. Yeah.
I'm
happy.
sick.
Macamaz.
I like
Michael
CP when he
Myers.
thinks he can't make fun of his much.
Michael Myers.
Macamaz. Macamaz got layers.
You
Yeah.
said oh a bunch before, Peter. You're like, oh, this one.
CP was
Yeah,
the
you
one
made
that
fun of
let
me
me in
that,
on
and I
that
told
when
him
I
to
said
shut up.
Michael Myers.
Then I was
Thanks,
like,
CP.
I'm doing a commentary with CP. Oh.
I was always afraid of Michael Myers. He haunts my dreams.
Let me just say that every single actor in this film probably outshines their predecessor in Manhunter by about a full football field.
Except for Ray Fiennes.
Except for Ray Fiennes, yeah.
Yeah. And I'd say that Emily Watson is on a par with Joan Allen.
Toss off.
But I will say I do like William Peterson. Like, have you guys
Oh,
seen To Live and Die in L.A.?
You do.
I like
Yes.
William Peterson. I just, but
He was also good in Fear.
Edward Norton is just so much better.
He's good in Manhunter. He plays the
he
character completely differently. They're two completely different takes on this character. Like I say, two completely different psychologies that they're kind of putting forward by the end of the film.
Now, what's he doing? Is he biting his face off? Yeah.
Tongue.
Oh.
He bites his tongue
He's
out.
biting his face.
Yeah, he bit his tongue out. That's right.
Oh.
It's been a while since I've seen this, guys. I apologize.
Da-da-da-da.
So he's not.
What if they played a saxophone as that scene ended?
I wonder why. Instead, in Manhunter, he goes into the garage, and here he's out on the street. I wonder what, was it just like, hey, it's gonna be way easier filming it out on the street, and I'm gonna set off the sprinklers if we go in the garage. Like, I wonder why they made the decision.
Like, what if every movie used the Lethal Weapon saxophone?
Played by the saxophonist from The Lost
Yeah.
Boys.
From the Lost Boys.
Yeah, like a little video would, a picture-in-picture would pop up in the movie every time he does it.
It's funny. I showed the trailers. Here we go. Take a shot. I showed the trailers of Lost Boys to my daughters, and the first thing on the trailer was the saxophone guy.
Yes.
The trailer starts with the saxophone guy. I'm like,
Yes. I even used the saxophone guy in one of my thumbnails. I think I'm going to use him in every thumbnail
I
now.
swear. I'm like, why would you start your trailer with that guy?
Microwave Pizza asked, are you guys going to stream every week, and is it going to be the Hannibal movies? I actually said we should do the TV series, and that way we'll be doing Hannibal for like the next 7 years.
Yeah. Who wants to explain what we do?
Brian. Let Brian do it. Brian.
It's Brian's brainchild. You go ahead, Brian. Say
It would be like the Hannibal version of Groundhog Day every week.
every week. And here we have douchebag.
For those,
Put your little hand in mine.
for those who are watching who are not aware, the four of us actually get together and do this most weeks. It's on my channel, Bryan Lomax Movie Talk, and we do a commentary like this on a different film each week. But this is the first time that we've done a series, and I wanted to do a series that had 5 films in it, because we could all review one on our channel, which we have done, and then the 4 that were remaining we could spread out across our channels and do a commentary on. So this is the first time that we've spread these commentaries out across our 4 channels, which is been a good experience, I think. It's been quite enjoyable to do. But yeah, if you want to see more of us doing this, head on over to my channel. We've got a ton of commentaries on there already, and head over to CP's channel where you can see the Hannibal commentary, which is really funny because all we do is rip the crap out of it all the way through.
And next week, come over to my channel on Monday night at 6 o'clock.
For the
I will
classic,
put links to these guys' channels in the description, so that way you guys can subscribe to them as soon as we're
Figure
done
out
with this.
where we are.
so it's
Or you could
Hannibal
just-
Rising on Peter's channel next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry about that, guys. They forced me.
Woo hoo. Can't wait.
It's actually the only Hannibal film I've not yet seen, so I'm
Yeah.
actually looking for.
I don't think any of us have seen it. So
I
I'm
don't
trying
remember
my
it
best
at all.
Find a free copy, to be completely honest.
I know Gong Li is in it, so I'm looking forward to seeing her in it.
Who? Dong Lee?
Gong Li,
Oh.
she's
Ray Dong Chong?
one
I
of
was like,
the.
it's exactly what I thought of.
Ray Dong Chong.
Yeah,
At one
right on.
point, she at one
You know, I
point
got
she was
something
one
I'd
of the
really like
biggest.
to give you.
What was that, Brad?
Who?
At one
Commando.
point, she was one of the biggest actresses in China.
Oh.
She was in like a ton of Zhang Yimou films, the guy who did House of Flying Daggers and Hero. She was kind of his muse. But yeah, she came over here and she was in Miami Vice. You'll know her from Miami Vice.
No, I won't. 'Cause I didn't watch that.
All right.
Michael
Well,
Mann
then you
nonsense.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
So really, either you will hate our commentaries or you will love them.
Sometimes we actually do real commentaries,
Yeah.
and sometimes we just get off topic way too. And half the time it's me that's doing it. This one is generally not me for most part, but a lot of the time I'm the guilty party.
I think the Man of Steel one is the one where we stayed on course for like most of the movie.
And I wasn't even watching the movie for that one. I was just like, okay, where are we now, guys?
Yeah. Yeah. That was Peter's only input.
Sorry.
What was that, CV?
I will find him.
I will find him.
Good Michael Shannon impersonation.
See, now that you've said that, all I can see is them penis-shaped spaceships that fly them up to the mothership. It's just, oh man.
All right, again,
Sorry,
we're looking right. We're looking. Getting back to the movie we're actually supposed to be watching. I'd like again for you to take Anthony Hopkins and replace him with what's his name, and just think about it. Just
Paul Pee Wee Herman.
no,
Danny DeVito.
no. The guy I said before. My brain's not working.
Ray.com.
Christopher.
Right on.
Christopher Walken. Put Christopher Walken in that spot. Saying those lines, just do it in your head. It'll make you laugh, I guarantee.
Ching Dong Day.
Before I tell you anything more, let me make some arrangements.
There goes Hannibal talking about being rude.
We had
Hannibal
quite a
would think
few
we are very
eBay
rude
packages
guys.
from China that were sent off by Ding Dong Feng.
I'm
Straight
confused.
away.
Okay.
Well, Patrick says we're not missing much. I'm assuming that's with regards to Hannibal Rising. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably the worst.
So turn in next week on my channel for Hannibal Rising. It's going to be awesome.
yeah.
And we're going to stay the course.
And not Terminator 5 or Mission
Hold
Impossible
fast.
5
No.
or Police Academy 5.
Has there ever been a good part 5? Oh, yeah, Empire Strikes Back.
No.
Rogue Nation was
that's not-
pretty good part 5.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween 5? Nope.
No. No.
Friday the 13th part 5, guys.
Oh, New Beginning.
Nope.
Classic. Who needs Jason when you have...
Oh, speaking of Friday the 13th Part 5, somebody did a music video recently, and they pretty much filmed it shot for shot of the woods, you know, the couple in the woods scene on Friday the 13th Part 5. And the real actress, Debbie Sue Voorhees, she went into the comments and actually thanked them.
That's
I thought that was
hysterical.
cool. Really cool.
What do you think about this scene with the tiger?
I don't.
Good pussy. Good pussy.
Because I
Good
like
pussy.
Emily Watson's performance here, but I don't think the scene plays as well as it did in Manhunter. In
Did she just stroke his
Yeah,
balls?
Manhunter, I thought it was better.
She did just stroke his balls, and that was in the book,
I was-
apparently.
I was going to say, because that didn't happen in the first one, I'm pretty sure. In Manhunter,
No,
I
it
did.
didn't.
miss that.
There was a
I
big
remember-
controversy of this when that happened.
Touching his head, but I don't remember touching his balls. Kitty balls.
She full on grabs it as well. It's like boom.
Yeah. I was just like looking at it going, don't you see what I thought I saw? Now she got a big smile on her face. Put a tiger
Yeah,
in
what
her
was the
tail.
actress's name that played her in Manhunter?
Joan Allen.
Yeah,
Joan
Joan
Allen.
Allen, that's it.
Mm,
Is she going to be in Bourne 5?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
You see
think
Jack
so.
Grimson how I brought it around to Bourne 5 for you there?
Born 5 looks cool. I'm excited
Yeah, it
for
does.
Born 5. And I liked Born Legacy, no matter what anyone says.
I love Bond
Microwave
Legacy.
Pizza says
I
he
thought it was
likes your
good.
beard, Peter.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
If you would have tuned in last week, you would have seen a much bigger one. For anyone,
I like the haircut.
for anyone in Lee's circle of friends that doesn't know me, I had long hair down to here and a beard down to here last week, and they went bye-bye. So I have short hair now. And
He cut his hair off just to ruin our movie
yeah, I know.
logo.
Now that CP has made a picture of me with long hair, I cut it. Had it for like 7 years.
Yeah. This is the first time we've ever seen Peter's face.
Yeah. Pretty much. They still don't know about the tattoo that I got right underneath this part of the beard. It's just, but never mind, that's personal.
I
So if you
love
can read
the,
this, you're way too close.
I love the subtitles on this. It just said seductive jazz music plays.
it's the saxophonist.
Yeah. Lost Boys sax music.
Record stops playing.
Uh-oh, it's skipping. You only had a CD player. You'll be fine.
It feels a lot longer, this film, compared to
I was going to say,
Sam Hain Slasher says he hears that John Carpenter might be scoring the new Halloween. I've heard that rumor too, and I hope it's true.
I hope it's true also. I like
That's
John
been
Carpenter.
around for a while.
Yes, that would be freaking epic.
I liked his. I just watched Escape from New York and Escape from LA again, and it was just like, I love John Carpenter's scores.
Me too. They're the best scores ever.
They just like they fit his stuff so well, and
They really do. I would say he's probably one of the greatest scorers. Is that what you'd call it? Composers ever.
That guy scores
As far
better
as
than
like
anyone.
being catchy.
He's like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
He just scores all the time. And
Who did the score for They Live?
Did CP say something?
Yeah, it's hard to get in with you guys talking. Did Carpenter score They Live?
I think so. Yeah.
I
That
don't
was
know.
a kind of cheesy score.
I've never seen They Live. I need to see
dude,
that.
What?
completely missing
Yeah, I
out
have seen
on
it.
this.
My
It
favorite
is
director, and I
so
haven't seen all his
awesome.
movies.
There's like
You
a
see-
10-minute fight scene to put on a pair of sunglasses.
I was just going to say, you've seen the fight scene, though, haven't you? You've seen the fight scene, surely.
Yeah, you have
Well,
to
It's
see.
on YouTube.
No, I
I've
haven't
come
seen
to
it. I'll have to
kick
check
ass.
it out.
Keith David and Roddy Piper fight for 10 minutes in an alley. We're like killing each other.
It's
Just
the
about
most
putting on a pair of
ridiculous
sunglasses.
fight scene you've ever seen in your life. Just check it out. It's on YouTube. It's the
One of
best thing about
best fight scenes.
I want to
No,
watch
the
the
best
movie, though,
thing-
before I see the fight
Come on,
scene.
the best thing about the movie is I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Yeah, kick
And I'm
ass.
all
I've heard
out
that
of
all
one.
bubblegum.
out of bubblegum.
And I'm all out of bubblegum. You look fine. Her looks like her face fell in the soup.
Have you guys heard the Cersei line from
Like
Game
this.
of Thrones?
Yep, that's yeah.
I'm here to kick ass and love my children, and I'm all out of children.
Make
all
me
the
on the
children.
screen, for Pete's sake.
Yeah,
Hello.
we can see you.
No, I'm not on the main.
No, you're
screen.
too close. Bring it back out.
It's
Yeah,
about
you
the
only have
volume,
one light in
not
your house.
the picture. If everybody stays quiet, my face. See? Oh, it is too close. Look at
It
that.
was too close.
Yeah. See
There
this,
you go.
Pete? Lee, you don't know what this is.
Where'd you get that?
Comic-Con.
That's
Oh,
nice.
what is that?
Watch
That's from
They
They Live, right?
Live. Yes.
That's
Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
That's awesome.
I'm going to be showing it to my daughters soon and they're take a shot. It's really I love that movie.
Are you sure it's not Mars Attacks?
Nope. Watching home movies if you're watching
No, Ennio
The actual
Morricone
film.
is one of the greatest film composers.
yes he is.
Yeah. Did you know that he used some the Thing outtakes in Hateful Eight?
Yep.
That's awesome.
I did know that.
And did you know that the Hateful Eight is very similar to the Thing, if you really think about it?
Yes.
Because you're always wondering if there's a big black dingus in the thing.
Yeah.
They're all trapped and it's cold.
That scene was insane.
How creepy is this that he's watching home movies of people he's killed?
Yeah.
These are the ones he's killed already, right? Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and then she's like making up to him, trying to get him close and.
Yeah, but she's getting him off, and he's like watching the other woman on the thing.
That's what
It's
he's
just-
getting off
that's-
by.
Yeah.
That's why I really find it hard to sympathise. And we've just had the bed sequence, but we've completely missed out the bit where, like in Manhunter, you
Wow, look at
see
the size
him
of
kind of
her
crying and
What are you
whatnot.
talking about?
It's just a complete
I think Michael Mann
disconnect.
knows how to film a love scene better than Brett Ratner.
She's like, ooh, tiger balls.
No, but seriously, like the whole scene, the whole scene completely changes your outlook on these characters. It changes like everything about them, I think. So I don't sympathise with Ralph Fiennes in this film
Did she
because
do
of that.
that in Manhunter?
They have
Don't
sex.
jinx it, microwave pizza.
They do synthesize. No, they do have sex in Manhunter. Yes.
No, but did she do that in Manhunter?
No, she didn't do that in Manhunter. They
No.
just go. They go
Okay,
to
so
Ratner's a
just, yeah.
Brett Ratner thinks it's one of his parties.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you want to be in one of my movies? Come to the back room. We'll put some home movies on of stuff and see what happens.
Strong as I am.
You're gonna have to run around naked in your apartment for a while. Is that okay? Sure.
Balls swinging all over the place.
No, mother.
See, I think they try to get sympathy through different means here by having these voices in his head. So
Yeah.
you see him kind of battling with these voices.
Doesn't look very Fassbenderian.
I forgot about that.
Not everyone
Yeah.
can be Michael Fassbender. Man.
Either that or it's
No.
cold.
He should have just whispered, "It's cold in here," as he was running across the camera.
Oh, why is
I
it?
was wondering, it's really cold in here.
Yeah. Just a safe face.
Do your balls hang high? Do your balls hang low?
What's she doing?
Oh, look. If we only had the Jason 3, the Friday the 13th Part 3, Jason banging on the windows.
Yeah, that would have been better. Oh, I can't wait till October, guys. We're going to be doing some good commentaries.
Oh, yeah. We should all do one and pick one for our channel. That'd be
Yeah.
exciting.
I'm gonna pick They Live.
I think we should do a Hannibal movie.
I'm going to pick Hazel.
Yeah,
Hannibal.
I'm picking Hannibal.
Let's do Manhunter.
Better than the second time around.
After we're done with Rising, let's just go back and do the first one again and keep doing it.
Till we get it right. Till we see
We need to finish that Twilight series off, guys.
Oh,
Never gonna happen.
that was the most painful commentary ever.
Never gonna happen.
Oh,
If
guys,
you guys
guys,
want to
watch
see the
it.
Twilight commentary, just go to
Yeah.
Bryan's channel.
If people who are watching in the chat, we said that if we get 50 likes on that Twilight commentary
never
on my
agreed to
channel, that we all said that was fine.
I'm gonna be sick that week.
50 likes.
Yeah. Please do not go and like that. Dislike
we
it as
get-
much as you want.
If we get 50 likes on the Twilight commentary on my channel, we will do whatever the hell it's called, the second one.
Nope.
New
Twilight.
movie, you know.
Twilighter.
Twilighter. This time it's Twilighter.
It's Die Harder. It's Twilighter.
This time it's personal.
Judgment
Too
Day.
Twilight. Too faster.
Twilight 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes. It's so you know the funniest thing is like my friend always whenever he said a sequel he'd go like Born 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, everything's
And
Electric Boogaloo.
For years he did not know that was actually a movie reference. He did not know that it was Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. I was like, you understand it's a movie? And he's like, it is? I just thought I made that up. Nope.
Oh,
What is
Hannibal's
he
eating.
Exactly.
What do you, Lee? What do you think of Hammer films?
Hammer films?
Yeah, Hammer horror, like Dracula.
Like the classic horror ones? With Christopher Lee?
I've never
Yeah, the
seen.
Christopher
No,
Lee.
I don't think I've ever seen any Hammer films.
Wow.
Really? Good
Yeah.
grief.
I don't think I have.
Hey, Ed Norton's in this film.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
It's been a while since I've seen him on screen.
Sam Hain Slasher says that I should review some of the older horror films. I have seen Frankenstein, and that is I love Frankenstein. That's one of my
Watch
favorites.
Bride of Frankenstein. It's even better.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah,
I've only
Bride of
seen the first
Frankenstein
one, but I'll
is
definitely review that
so
one.
good.
Alleged.
It's better than the first one.
Allegedly.
No, it is. It's legit better.
Allegedly.
Christopher Lee, did he do the? He didn't do the first Dracula movie, obviously, right?
He
No.
did the first Hammer one. It was
Boris Karloff.
Bela
Okay.
Lugosi.
Yeah,
Bela
Boris
Lugosi did the
Karloff
Universal one.
did Frankenstein.
Universal.
Yeah, and that was in the '60s, right?
No, that was in like the 40s and 50s. That
Well,
was
whoa,
the
whoa.
Universal. Oh,
Whoa, we're
30s.
talking-
30s actually is Dracula.
Bela
Bela
Lugosi.
Lugosi Dracula's
Yeah,
30s.
Yeah, Hammer films, the Christopher Lee one.
Christopher Lee ones are in the 70s.
Yeah, no, the Christopher
70s,
Lee's
okay.
are in the 70s, but we were talking about the
Yeah.
we were talking about the Universal ones at that point.
Bela
They
Lugosi,
were-
that's the 30s.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, what did
Yeah.
I say? I said
Nothing.
Karloff or Lugosi?
You said Boris Karloff was Dracula, but it's Bela
Yeah,
Lugosi.
no. Lugosi's Dracula. Karloff
Yeah.
is Mummy,
He's-
and
Is the Mummy in Frankenstein?
I do that all the time. Oh,
And
shit,
he was
I'm
supposed to. I've done it too,
Wait,
though.
wrong.
So. Although it was supposed to be Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi turned down Frankenstein because he didn't like the fact he'd have to wear that much makeup and wouldn't have much dialogue.
Ugh.
I've been having fun with a lot of these forgotten '80s slashers. Like I just did X-Ray, and I think I'm the only guy on YouTube that's reviewed X-Ray.
Wait, nobody cares, really.
Sorry, guys. My ego was bursting.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares, Lee. Shut up.
Cares, Lee.
Oh my God,
Hey,
why don't you go blow yourself?
I actually like The Happening.
What? What did
I
that?
did.
What?
It's in the comments. Microwave Pizza says you should review The Happening.
Okay.
It's a great
Guys,
movie. I like it.
Here's a general thought. When you're talking about someone's comment from the comments, say,
Yeah.
hey, so-and-so says this. Don't just go, I love The Happening, because then we're all like, what the freak are you
Yeah, what
talking
the
about?
hell, Brian?
Just preface it with so-and-so says.
I like The Happening, too. I do.
Born on the 4th of July. So I'm getting movie Tourette's. I'm just shouting movies out.
Now, can I say something about The Happening?
Yeah,
I saw The Happening before everybody hated it,
So
and I
did
really liked it. And
I
then
kind of
after,
liked it, yeah. And then everyone.
and then after I found out that everybody hated it, I started questioning myself, like, why did I like this and everybody hated it so much? And that's a reoccurring thing with me, really.
Oh, he just ripped the picture. And he's eating it.
Yum, 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 yum.
Red Dragon.
Sam Hanks Slasher, I've already reviewed The Burning, just so you know.
Nice fan, Sam.
Yeah, I'm putting my ego back in check. My bad, guys.
We just had
I
a
love
report.
I love The Burning, by the way. That's a
I'm
good
eating
one.
this picture. No one knows.
What did he just eat?
He just ate the
painting.
original painting of
The Red
wow.
Dragon.
the
William
Red Dragon because he's now one with it apparently.
Would you? Jesus.
Would you eat the Red
Would you?
Dragon?
Would you?
Would you?
Would you?
Oh, I can't say it. Damn it.
Emily Mortimer ate the Red Dragon. Yeah.
I used my one, and I don't even think Brian heard it.
I did hear it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go back and watch it, the video is perfect because I
Yeah, it is.
perfectly. I did a shot
You
for
missed-
shot copy.
You missed my great joke there, CP, but I'm not going to repeat it.
Well, repeated it if I missed it.
No, no.
Where you guys up to?
I don't know. You won't tell me.
They're still
Everyone
watching the
is-
home videos.
Is about to watch, or he's looking. He's
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
looking at
He's
the
about,
latest.
to,
stuff.
noticed.
he's about to find out that the video is the.
Byron, it's Graham. You said Niles Jacoby took a few keepsakes. Do you have a list? Yeah, right here.
That's exactly what I'm on right now. That's what I
Ah,
paused it.
see, I'm
No.
borderline British.
Borderline British. I always find it funny when I do
You do your own British accents.
Yeah,
It's like,
I do
yeah.
if you're
impersonation.
British, you don't have to
You
do
do
a British
such a
accent.
bad British
yeah,
accent,
what's
Brian.
weird is like I just watched the Amy doc, and I'm like, she doesn't sound like Brian Lomax at all. She's got
Brian
like
Lomax
my-
movie
my
talk.
brother.
she
Boy.
is on like about 20 ounces of Coke a day or something. So.
Who?
So that changes her tone of voice? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, because she's high all the time.
Okay. I'm gonna go do 20
Uh-huh.
ounces of Coke just to see what it does to my accent.
By the way,
Non-talk.
I have absolutely no idea
know,
whether 20 ounces of Coke is a high amount or what. So
Ounces pretty sounds.
This does kind of play out like one of those detective TV shows. Am I right, guys?
No, you're
Yeah.
wrong. Now what?
Thank you. Buffalo Bill's going to be in the van.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be the best.
Would you? What should we
And
do?
he kidnaps Dollarhide
That would
and
be
puts him
awesome.
in the cave or in
Please.
the
Rewrite, please.
it puts the lotion in the basket.
Doesn't
That would
tell
completely
the
change the movie up.
president.
It just sounded like Bryan did a Jimmy Stewart impression. It puts the lotion in the basket.
Puts the lotion in the basket.
If Jimmy Stewart had played Buffalo Bill, as if it puts the lotion in the basket.
No more impersonations, Brian.
I
I just can't do him.
swear that's what it sounded like. All I could hear. And I could even hear him going, well, it puts the lotion in the basket. Oh, my Lord. I made Brian cry a little.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm a little proud of myself.
I go back to
The beginning. What?
I
black.
think the rating's going to be interesting.
Bearded
For this
looks. Microwave Picture just said Bearded looks bored. Wait until I make the comment. You're gonna see me. Yeah, there you go. I'm not bored anymore. I was actually reading the subtitles. So.
I love how people are just calling you bearded now. It's not
I
like
know.
it's not bearded movie guys. It's bearded.
It's bearded.
I
No,
was
bearded.
bearded for a while.
It is funny because me and CP were talking about that the other day, where it's the first time when I started YouTube, I wasn't sure about giving my name out, and so the first person who ever asked me what my name was on YouTube was Art. He's like, "What do you want me to call you?" And I was like,
Bearded.
And I was like, I said, you can call me Bearded, you can call me Bearded Movie Guy, you can call me by my real name. He's like, what's your real name? And I'm like, Peter. He's like, fine, I'll call you Peter. And I was like, okay. So, but yeah, it's like,
Dynamite story, Peter.
thank you.
Dynamite.
Well, you know, it's not
Gold.
Thank
a,
God we got
It's
to that.
pure gold.
listen, it's not a Theo CP grudge match, but you know what is. What can I do
Listen,
here?
it's just a flavor of the week. It'll be somebody else next month.
Not
Hey,
all of us.
Peter.
Not all of us can have stalkers.
Peter,
Say what again? I dare you.
Peter, that golden story you just came out with,
Yep.
that would be on the episode of Cineclash that we did together first time round.
Yes,
wouldn't
it is. Yeah, where I beat you.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that
wait a minute,
other
that's-
guy cheated, and
Yes, I was telling CP about that. If you watch it, the guy, you can see him cheating.
No.
Yeah, I immediately unsubscribed from that guy when I found out he cheated.
Guys,
And what's
Microwave
it-
Pizza's going to bed. Thanks for watching, man. Have a good night.
Man, that's-
Will I like it
Sleep well, man.
reviews? CP.
Sleep well.
you can call me Bearded anytime you want. I don't care.
Don't call him late for dinner. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I like
Yes,
how
I'm
I'm now being called Eggman.
Eggman. He is the Eggman.
You get Bearded, you get
Cuckoo,
Willie,
cuckoo.
you get Drumdums, I get Eggman.
I get Will every now and again, too.
Yeah.
Willie, Will. What's going on in the chat?
I'm reading the chat. I'm like, I don't
Sam
understand.
H. Slasher's going to get me in trouble.
People
What
in the
is he
chat,
talking-
people in the chat, if you've actually seen Red Dragon, can you give us your thoughts on Red Dragon? Let us know what you think about it.
The next comment will be, "Hey, so the Halloween remake? What is?"
I know.
Actually,
My subscribers are big Halloween fans, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, they're subscribed to the right guy then.
I got married in Halloween. Now, be a big fan of me. Okay, there you go.
Dear God in heaven, Peter, not everything's about you.
You're right. You're right.
Or your family. Nobody cares, man.
Okay, thanks.
I probably got 90% of
We've
my
got to hold our
subscribers
tongue.
do
Hold on.
Halloween franchise.
Hold on. He made it PG-13. I'm allowed to. Fuck you.
Bryan, be mad at him. We all expect him to use one.
I had a PG-13 in me. I was allowed to use it once. I used it. There you go. If anyone's still watching us, they knew it was coming. I love you, CP.
I love you too, sir. I just hope Bryan tolerates us from now on.
Yeah. I didn't get asked to host the chat next week. I don't understand why.
Yeah, next one's going to be interesting.
Hannibal Rising is now on Bryan Lomax's channel. What? Okay.
I just said there's actually some pretty decent acting going on screen at the moment.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, there is. I can't hear it.
You felt so good. So did you. Please don't hurt me now.
The effects on this look quite bizarre as well. When you see the fire in the wide shot, it looks like a projected screen, and then you see it in the close-up and it looks real. But it's weird. The color of it changes when it goes from wide shot to
it's Brett
mid shot.
Ratner.
It is.
Does it bother you guys when you watch actors cry, but there's no tears coming out?
The lighting.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I don't like it when that happens.
It really just takes me out of the movie.
When actors cry?
No, when they're trying to cry, but there's no tears coming out. They're just making that face like I wish I could cry.
Oh.
If you look between cuts, though,
yeah,
sometimes you see it in some films where you can tell they've used different takes.
Yeah.
And like 1 minute they'll be their eyes will be like proper welled up, and then they'll cut to a different angle and they'll be dry as a bone again.
Yeah, that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Also, when there's like romance scenes in movies and there's no chemistry whatsoever between the actors and the actress at all.
Twilight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're pretty much just smashing faces together.
So this scene here, completely different, obviously, from Manhunter.
Yeah, because he doesn't jump through a window stupidly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's not stupidly. It plays into the psychology of the character. When you look at that scene in Manhunter, the way it's shot, like he's literally walking through this really tall grass.
Yeah.
And he catches eyes on Dolarhyde, and it's like a lion stalking its prey out in the wild, and then he runs straight at him, and it's really predatory. That's the whole psychology behind it.
Got a gun, shoot out the window. It's like, don't jump through a window, shoot the window, then jump through and kill him. It's like, just saying.
Oh wow, that was an explosion.
It's pretty decent.
Edgar Wright
I don't remember him
better.
killing himself, man. It's been a while since I've seen this.
Edgar Wright explodes a house better.
Edgar Wright does everything better.
Hot fuzz.
Do you know the film Amelie was actually written for Emily Watson?
Really?
Do you know Amelie? I couldn't get through half an hour of it.
Oh, are you kidding? It's
I'm not kidding. I hated that movie.
Oh man!
Good for you.
Gave up on it after half an hour, and I'm never going to watch it again.
Let's watch Boyhood together. You heard me pant and get all disgusted with everything that's on screen.
Yeah.
I couldn't get through Birdman.
Oh, I liked Birdman.
Birdman's fantastic.
Couldn't get through Emily.
I could not get through it.
What?
I think that the acting in it is really great.
What does sacking mean?
It means you're laid off. Find another job.
Let's go through some of the films that Bryan likes here.
Yeah, fuck it.
Cock it.
Cock yeah. I say that all the time. I love that.
Just another interesting
Nick
thing
Frost.
I like to stay on Red Dragon for a moment.
Oh, really?
I like in this version that we get to see Will Graham having this moment with the victim where he's literally trying to make her feel, because she's all like, because she ended up with a serial killer, she feels like there's something wrong with her. And there's this scene where he's like reassuring her and saying it's not you, it's him, and like just trying to make her feel better. And he actually makes her laugh. And there's a lot of humanity there. There's a lot. It shows that he's actually more victim orientated. He's all about actually caring for the people that the victims, rather than just the hunt for the killer themselves. And I like that. I like that about this version of the character. I don't think it's right or wrong over Manhunter. I just think it's different. But yeah, there you go.
This last segment of the movie is easily my favorite part. For obvious reasons. The tension's finally like ratcheted up, you know.
CP finds that funny. Will Graham
CP
shows
likes
how
the word ratcheted.
Graham shows how smart he is here, because he uses the book that Dolarhyde has to delve into his past, and he plays like a psychological warfare with him by shouting at his own son. And this is really twisted as well, I think. The fact that he uses that on his own son to get a reaction out of Dolarhyde.
So the Witch director might be directing the Nosferatu remake. I'd watch that.
Oh man, I tried. That's all I'm saying.
I just
tried
derailed
to
us like
keep
this.
it on. Yeah, I tried to give some comments about Red Dragon, just silence. And then you start talking about the Witch. It's like,
I know.
never mind, guys. Start talking about the Witch. It's
My
fine.
damn subscribers. Okay. Hey, I gave my inputs. I said this scene is the best of the movie.
For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons.
Because the tension's really ratcheted up.
Because they're sitting on the dock, the fire going.
Yeah. And Edward Norton is in this movie.
Dog says so too.
Is Bearded Movie Guy still here?
I think he's playing the Frozen game.
No,
I
I'm
think
just
so, too.
watching.
He's gone to his special happy place.
Yes.
Yeah. Bearded. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Never
what?
get a mouse. Never get a mouse.
Here we go, guys. This shit just got real. Oh, man, he's got that thing pressed into that kid's face pretty hard.
Being pretty harsh to his son there, isn't he?
Yeah. Did you guys see this one in the theater?
Yeah.
Me too.
One of us said no and one of us said yes, and you went me too.
Yeah, who cares about who didn't see it in the theater? So you really don't know if I saw it in the theater or not?
No, I'm still waiting to find out.
Let's just leave it at that.
You're really ratcheting up the
Makes
tension.
it more interesting. I'm trying to ratchet up the tension.
You've got layers, man.
I got layers on that one. Bryan, did you see in my Lethal Weapon review I said Bryan, I said layers?
I didn't. I've still not checked it out. I
I mentioned that in the review.
I'm gonna have to watch that now as soon as
Yeah.
I've.
I'm gonna say that in every review from now on.
Just to give
And I'll
Ryan
mention you.
Oh man, my head hurts.
I know.
Here's
Talking to
Johnny.
you guys makes my head hurt.
It really does.
Josh, Mom, Will.
See, I like that she gets to kill him. I like that she's.
Oh, you're far ahead of me.
She pops a cap in his ass. Well, in his
Yep,
head.
she's coming up the stairs right now.
Watch this. She's just gonna like boom. But are you not even? She's not even.
Brian,
up
I've
there
never
yet?
seen this before.
Oh,
Now
spoilers.
You just ruined it for me.
And Reed's just like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah. Man, they're getting plugged full of holes.
Yeah.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny again. Yeah.
Patrick Holmes just added more to this commentary than all of us have. He said, rather than being the manhunter, Graham is sympathetic to the victims. There you go. We can leave now, guys. Thanks. Have a good night.
That's what I was trying to say.
I do like the fact that she keeps on shooting.
Yeah. Do you see when she gets him in the cheek?
Yeah.
Just-
But she just keeps on shooting, and she like shoots 4 times. It's like, yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if anyone ever doing that to me. Like, I'm emptying the clip. I don't care. I'm not taking a chance.
It's done.
You can't talk to us Americans about emptying a clip.
Yeah. We're
Because
in,
you guys have unlimited bullets. Is that
Very
what
hush
you're
hush subject right now.
we're in some sensitive times right now, guys.
I'll say this, Lee. You know you've got good subscribers when they stick around, even though they've got nothing to contribute to the Red Dragon. It's like Sam Hain Slasher just says, I don't think I have anything to contribute to the conversation on Red Dragon or Hannibal. Sorry, guys, honest truth. But he's been here the whole time.
Still around. That's my subscribers. I'm telling you, they're the best.
Oh my God, just buy them all chocolates already. Jesus.
Get a room.
How do you know I haven't already sent them chocolates?
I don't, I'm one of them. I haven't got my box.
I was gonna say I didn't get no chocolates from
I've got like 5 trolls for every one honest subscriber I have. What Shrek reference? What is
what
Patrick
Shrek
talking about? Can we
reference are
cut
we
it with the
talking
Shrek
about?
reference? I don't know what Shrek reference is being.
Yeah, what is that? A Shrek reference. Dramatic instrumental music, and the credits come up.
So this is supposed to like Silence of the Lambs is supposed to take place right after this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Will Graham passes Clarice on the way out. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's just I thought I remember. Now I'm probably wrong, but I thought I remember them talking about the fact that in Silence of the Lambs they haven't gotten anything out of Lecter for a fairly long time at all.
Yeah.
Like they mentioned the fact that like they keep on trying and they're getting nothing.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's why they're sending her.
because they've sent a few officers, haven't they? I mean, that scene. To be honest, that last scene could be months after.
Yeah, it could be years later. It's just it seems weird that like it's like I remember them saying like we're sending you because we're trying to get a different look at it and blah, blah, blah. You know it's like because he hasn't given us anything. So
it's just a segue. It's just a segue. It's like it could be like a year or two after the fact. So.
Well, guys, I don't remember what movie we just watched, but
Righty
CP, could you give a rating?
7.
And
Cool.
thoughts. What are your thoughts as well?
Yeah, what are your thoughts, CP?
I love season 5 of Lost. Like seriously. No, you know it's so strange. You put this in somebody else's hands. Who knows what we could have got? But you know the actors were good. It moved along nicely. Nothing special about what we were looking at. So.
Yep.
7 for the acting.
Cool.
That's it.
Brian?
I think it goes without saying this is Brett Ratner's best film. But it's, like CP just said, it's down to the script by Ted Talley, who wrote Silence of the Lambs. Oscar-winning writer there. I'd have loved to have seen this film handed to Jonathan Demme. I'd have loved to have seen what Jonathan Demme would have done with this. A Ted Talley script with the cast some of the cast we had from Silence of the Lambs in Jonathan Demme's hands. Man, that would have been something special, I think. But yeah, as it stands, it's still a good kind of really solid example of the genre, and I do think that the differences between this and Manhunter are quite substantial enough to warrant giving both of them a viewing. And I think as well your enjoyment of either one, like depending on like which one you're going to put highest in your esteem, I think depends on which outlook you prefer. Do you prefer Will Graham as this predatory manhunter, this guy whose sole purpose is to track down the killer and end him, or do you prefer Will Graham as someone who actually has a lot of humanity, who isn't, as Lecter says, the same as Lecter? He cares about the victims, and that's what he's in it for. I appreciate both workings of the film because of that reason, because you can take them at different on different levels. So yeah, I like it. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Just about an 8 out of 10. Yeah, that's it. That's my thoughts.
All right, Peter.
Hold on 1 second. No, go away. All right. My thoughts are, I don't know. I liked it more than Manhunter. Not a heck of a lot more.
Yeah, Peter. Sorry.
Okay.
I agree. I'm sorry.
All right. But it again, I think I'm totally with you guys. If it had been a better director, it would be a better film. The cast to me is much better, but if a different director that was more talented had handled it, I think it could have been a really special movie. It could have been like kind of a really nice bookend with Silence of the Lambs. But yeah, it's a good story with good acting, like with some really nice acting from some really great actors, but it's very uninspired filmmaking overall. So yeah, 7 out of 10.
I think this might be the movie that we all agree on the most. Because yeah, I completely agree with all you guys. It really feels like autopilot filmmaking. That's what it feels like. It's got good actors. Everything's good, but it's just good. Like, I think if a different director would have had this, like a David Fincher or somebody like that, then it could have been great. Two different interpretations of Manhunter or Red Dragon, and I would give this a 7 out of 10. Really, that's my rating. Guys, any last thoughts before we leave this one?
I'm actually looking forward to Hannibal Rising because I've not seen it, and I don't think any of us have we?
Would you?
I've seen it before, but I don't think I saw all of it.
Right. So we're all going into that pretty fresh.
Hey,
so yeah.
Hey, can we possibly do a 2 for next week?
We can't do it next week because I will be out of town next Monday, and I won't be back until Tuesday evening. So we'll probably have to push that one off until maybe later in the week or the following Monday. But we'll iron all that out anyway. So. But guys,
we'll talk about that off here.
Yeah, we'll talk
guys,
about it.
Private conversation, jerks.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this. This was really fun. Like I said, this was my first commentary on my channel, and I really enjoyed it. I'd like to thank Peter, Bryan, and CP. As always, you guys really do a good job with this, and you make it look easy. So thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, make sure you subscribe to their channels. And that's it. Goodbye.